I see most businesses complaining to say,
Right.
look, I have this brilliant business idea. I just need funding. But when I look at the funding opportunities, some of them are asking that you need to be able to generate a certain amount of revenue per year.
Right.
Now, how am I expected to generate this revenue when I don't have the capital? I'm looking for capital. So I think there's that. I think that's why you're talking about the mismatch,
Yeah.
because on the entrepreneur side, it's like we have this expectation that because I have an idea and
Yeah.
I know that this idea, when it has the proper funding,
Right.
it will generate a lot of revenue. But on the funders side as well, it is okay. There are probably hundreds of ideas out there, but which one are we going to risk bet our money on? You
Right.
need to show something, right?
Right.
So like, how do we then fill that gap? Yeah.
So the unfortunate bit in this market, when you compare, let's say, to much more advanced markets, is the fact that the amount of finance that's available at each point as the enterprise is growing is somehow limited. Because like you're saying, you can have a $1 million idea, but for as long as you are lacking the right resources, it becomes difficult to scale, right?
Yeah.
But the challenge also lies in the fact that, for example, for an early stage, you find that that mismatch also happens from the access to finance. So let's say you're an early stage, you've only been operating for less than a year or a year, and
Yeah.
yet the type of financing that you're requiring is something that is appropriate for a much more mature market, right? So that already is a mismatch, because the kind of requirements that an investor would require at this advanced stage versus where you're at is so far apart that it almost feels like, it's just not requirements that are realistic. So I think even from an entrepreneur's perspective, understanding and knowing the stage where you're at and accessing finance that's available for the stage of business that you're at is really important. It takes out a lot of frustrations.